But you will cheat. You will cheat.
Hey, look, everybody keeps saying I'm cheating for no reason.
Good. Nice composure, good. Two underneath when he leans on you. Don't give him time. That's it.
Terence Crawford has stepped into AnthonyJoshua's camp ahead of the Jake Paul fight, and the boxing world is buzzing. Crawford watches every move, studies every session, and his presence sends a clear message. Joshua is taking this fight seriously. Bringing in a pound-for-pound great raises the intensity inside camp, sharpening the focus as fight night draws closer.
Good. Good. Nice composure, good. Two underneath when he leans on you. Don't give him time.
AnthonyJoshua is always searching for new experiences and fresh insight from every fighter he meets. He studies every style, absorbs every lesson, and blends it into his own game. Learning from different minds is what keeps Joshua evolving, growing stronger, sharper, and more complete with every camp.
Fighter is a good fighter, and each individual, uses different things and finds out different ways to keep them occupied and keep them happy. And for me, it was just...
AnthonyJoshua pushes his body through brutal training sessions to build strength and sharpen his reactions. Ice baths help him control inflammation and recover fast, so he can attack every workout at full power. Once recovered, he jumps straight into punishing drills that test his speed, power, and mental focus. Every step of this routine proves just how seriously Joshua prepares at the highest level. Combat sports analyst Wade Plemons delivers a clear message on how AnthonyJoshua should handle Jake Paul. This isn't a fight to feel out or drag on for entertainment. Wade believes Joshua needs to act with intent, fast, focused, and decisive, and finish the job without hesitation. And without letting the fight extend.
I think could be a little bit of a feeling out first round for AJ too. Then Jake wins to me. And I know that sounds like, oh, but it's true, bro. AJ shouldn't be going rounds with Jake. He just shouldn't. That's a two-time world champion. You know what I'm saying?
Olympic gold medalist,
gold medalist, two-time world champion. You shouldn't be going rounds with Jake. Jake hasn't fought anybody in, I don't know where they currently rank Tommy Fury, but he hasn't fought anybody in the top 50 in any weight division he's participated in. Mm-hmm. So if that guy's going 3, 4, 5, 6 rounds with you, cooked. But I think if you're putting money on it, I would say AJ, round 3 maybe.
Yeah, I'd say, yeah.
2 or 3.
2 or 3.
Everybody's kind of jumping on the AJ round 2, AJ round 2. And I'm like, Jake's tough. Could he use his feet for a little bit longer than people imagine? Is it going to be tougher for AJ to land on him early, maybe? But I think at a certain point, the cat corrals the mouse a little bit. But we'll see, dude. Who knows? Jake's got some good guys in camp. He brought in Lawrence Okoli. Big Lawrence Okoli now, too. Did you see him?
Well, I remember being in Dubai, 3 years ago. Do you remember 3 years ago when we were, commentated, for Deji vs. Merva. And funny enough, from that fight week, Jake Paul went and hung out and went shooting of AJ. Yeah. I think laser tag of AJ.
Yeah.
3 years ago on the same week.
Wild. That entire week now is coming to full fruition. It was here in Dubai. It was Jake on commentary. First time I had met Jake. Talking shit to Tommy Fury. Lawrence Okoli was on commentary with me, and I was like, how are you a cruiserweight? Because at that time, he was still a cruiserweight, and I was like, how the fuck are you a cruiserweight? You're massive. And sure enough, now he's 265-pound heavyweight. He's way too big, by the way. But, he's got Lawrence in camp. He's got Jared Anderson in camp.
Dragging this fight into unnecessary rounds makes no sense. Wade's reasoning is simple. A heavyweight with AnthonyJoshua's resume and reputation can't afford to give Jake Paul extra time in the ring. Letting the fight linger only invites questions and risks damaging Joshua's image. With the spotlight on this matchup, from hardcore boxing fans to influencer boxing viewers, Joshua needs to set the tone from the opening bell. He has the size, experience, and power advantage, and Wade insists the smartest move is a fast, decisive finish. AnthonyJoshua's camp for the Jake Paul fight marks a major shift from his usual preparation. The former unified heavyweight champion is known for strict routines, detailed planning, and controlled sparring. But this time, everything is different. The intensity is higher, the pace is sharper, and the adjustments in style make one thing clear. Joshua is not taking Jake Paul lightly.
Living life as normal. You're not restricting yourself that much. You know, if you're eating 2 pieces of chicken, maybe you just eat a piece. You see what I mean? You're not going to the extreme to try and actually dehydrate yourself or anything like that. It's very different than having to actually hit a specific weight, all right? And to do that in a relatively short space of time, because this fight's, not that long has it been announced, and it's not that long until the fight. It's only 2 weeks away. Eddie Hearn was talking about AJ weighing 265 a couple of days ago. So you're thinking, okay, 20 pounds in 3 weeks? That's not ideal for someone who, again, is in their mid to late 30s, a year in activity, and crucially has never had to hit a specific weight throughout the course of his career. Never had to do it. All right. So it did have me kind of worrying a little bit and thinking, is this a miscalculation, accepting that? Because in terms of him fighting Jake Paul, he's going to win. I mean, there's no ifs, but he's going to win this fight. It's pretty much a given. All right. But it did have me wondering. Now, AJ, as I said, he took to his social media accounts to show that he's currently weighing 110.6 kg, which is around about 243 US pounds. So that's well under the weight limit. So a lot of people are saying, slam dunk, it's done. Well, I got a few questions on that, because you do have to ask these questions. You're talking about AnthonyJoshua, who over the course of the last, 3 years has been solid in the 250s. Hasn't weighed sub 240 or sub 250 since he fought Usyk 3 years ago. And bear in mind, he would have went into camp fully intending to be mobile, speed. He would have spent 3, maybe 4 months working on, what's an ideal weight for that, working on this, that, and the other. So it's not like, a crash diet for the Usyk fight or anything like that. And AJ is someone who loves the resistance training. That seems to be the main thing that he does. And outside of camp, he probably would have thought he was fighting Cassius Chaney, which is the name.
AnthonyJoshua revealing his weight at around 110 kilograms, roughly 243 pounds, instantly became a major talking point. For most of his career, Joshua never needed drastic weight changes, staying within a range that perfectly suited his style. This time, however, it's clear he's dropped close to 20 pounds in a short window, raising eyebrows among analysts. Cutting that much weight at this stage of his career isn't simple. Now in his mid-30s, the process takes a heavier toll on strength, recovery, hydration, and overall performance. The decision shows just how seriously Joshua is taking the Jake Paul fight, but it also highlights the risks involved. While the lighter frame could boost his speed and mobility, it may also cost him some of the raw power and physical presence that defined his rise. Finding the right balance is crucial, especially against a lighter, high-energy opponent. Joshua appears to be walking that fine line, leaner for movement, yet still heavy enough to remain dangerous.
For me, he's found his limit now, found his level, so now he needs to look at his health and look at what he's got after boxing. And if he can make 50 mil, whatever he's making, to fight fucking in the clown world against the clown show, do you know what I mean? Then take the money, man. Yeah. Take it and go and live your life. I can't see AJ fighting for a world title again. I don't know who he fights and who he would beat and how he would get that desire back to become a world champion. But Eddie Hearn's got to sell it and try and say AJ's going to be world champ again. 3-time world champ, but I'm not buying into that bullshit. I think AJ's had a great career. He's done massive things for professional boxing, and now he's at the end of his career and he's cashing out. And who can blame him? I'd do exactly the same at the end of my career. I'd fight fucking Jake Paul for mega money and then drop the mic and then go home. Do you know what I mean? So I'm not going to knock him for doing it.
As much as you say that his career is maybe done after this, he has obviously made the jump, left Ben Davison, gone to Usyk. Do you think that could maybe reignite a flame in AJ? Maybe change something that you might not believe is there at the moment?
No, it's too old. Too old. I've been 36, 37 years old, but I've never had 150 million quid in the bank. Do you know what I mean? And I think the combination of his age, the fact that he's been flattened a couple of times, and now he's making mega money. Why is he going to try and become a world champion again? He's got to train for 10 weeks and spar really hard sparring. And then he's got to get in the ring on Fight Night with 10-ounce gloves against somebody like Dubois, or he's not going to fight Usyk again. Maybe he sticks around and fights Tyson Fury, because that's another commercial mega fight, which is actually fighting somebody who's on the same level.
Former super middleweight world champion Carl Froch, known for his blunt honesty, has explained why the Jake Paul fight actually makes sense for AnthonyJoshua. Froch believed Joshua is entering the later stage of his career, having already checked every major box: world titles, packed stadiums, and massive pay-per-view events. According to Froch, there simply aren't many meaningful fights left for Joshua that haven't already happened. From that perspective, taking the Jake Paul fight isn't a bad move at all. Froch sees it as Joshua securing a huge payday while still commanding global attention, though he also points to the possibility of a Tyson-Fury showdown afterward, a fight that would remain one of the biggest in boxing history if it finally comes together. Beyond that, Froch suggests Joshua may not have much left to chase. Rather than criticizing the decision, he frames it as smart business at the right time. With a legendary resume already built, this fight is less about legacy and more about opportunity, entertainment, and financial sense.
I'm stuck in between because nobody on this green earth would actually turn down 50, 60 million to fight Jake Paul. And people that don't like this will probably watch it because they want to see Jake Paul getting knocked out. So what does it say about AJ and what does it say about Jake Paul? I think I was thinking upside down. For AJ, I thought, Mama's cashing out. He's cashing out because he's going down this mimic line. But I thought, in reality, is he? Realistically, he's thinking, you know what? This big mouth YouTuber stroke boxer has the cheek to call me out. I'd be pissed off at that, if I'm honest with you. I'd be upset if I was AJ, thinking, that's disrespect, man. You think you can deal with me? But he didn't. AJ was jovial and he commended Jake Paul's business acumen, saying, we've sat down, the deal's been done. But still, it just leaves an odd taste in your mouth. So as long as AJ gets the job done, and I mean gets the job done, shows his world-class pedigree and wipes this boy out, then everybody's happy. But how does it enhance his career? The only way it enhances his career is financially. That's it. No other way. There's no props from beating Jake Paul, apart from saying, thank God you shut him up. For Jake Paul now, I got to give this boy props because he now has our attention and the whole world is talking about Jake Paul. I want to say a big thanks to our sponsor.